Namaste, my dear friends. The fourth Yama is a fascinating one that is called Brahmacarya. Patanjali is very practical. We are not only spiritual beings, we are also biological beings with certain needs of engaging with others in a sexual manner. And that is why Patanjali is recommending to us that we practice this in a healthy and pure manner. The concept of Brahmacharya is the concept of being fidel, being loyal, and engaging in appropriate sexuality, healthy sexuality, and most importantly, honest sexuality. The word is brilliant. It's called Brahmacharya. Brahma means expansion. It also relates to that divine in our heart. So Brahmacharya represents the concept that we engage in a relationship with somebody so that the consequence is expansive, not contracted. When we are engaging in sexual relationship with our partner, we must not only engage with them from our sexual organs, but actually from a place of connection in our heart. That is what is Brahmacharya, where we have a connection from heart to heart, where there is an exchange of deep emotional connection, and the sexual experience is a consequence of that. Then we expand, because then we are connecting with somebody from a place of connection, from a place of light, and not from a place of only sensual pleasure. Now this is because, my dear friends, sexual relationship is not just an exchange of bodily fluids, but it's also exchange of energetic experiences. And if it's only purely on a sensual basis, and if we don't know the partner, we are engaging in casual sexual relationships, then it creates consequences where there is exchange of energy, and these consequences of the other person's energy that we take, or the energy that we give to the others, we may not necessarily be aware of, nor we are ready to take the consequences of that. That's why Patanjali is presenting this concept in a very beautiful way called Brahmacharya, where he says, function it from a place of expansion. This is also concerning honest sexuality. If you are a person who is a homosexual by nature, if you are not honest to that sexuality and you're practicing another kind of sexuality, it will be contracting for you. Or the opposite. If you are somebody who is a heterosexual and you are not practicing heterosexuality but you are trapped in a homosexual relationship, then that will be contracting for you energetically. That's why honest sexuality is also something that is very important aspect of Brahmacharya. The same with bisexuality. If you are a bisexual and that is what you have to practice, that is what you have to practice. But you have to do that in an honest way, which means you have to declare it to your partner what your sexuality is, and also be open that your partner may have their own sexuality. If you have sexual relationships secretly, that is not expansive, that is contracting. The reason we speak about all this is because sexual relationships are very complicated relationships, and human beings are very complicated. And we need to be open and talk about this, because there is no judgment that one way is better than the other way. What is important is that we talk about this openly and engage in that relationship that works for us. And because it also involves another person, that we are honest and respectful to the other person and not do something secretive or hiding. Brahmacharya also includes that at certain stages of our life we may not have to engage in sexual relationships, like when we are very young. In the Vedic tradition, they said that when we are very young, our focus should be on education, and therefore to avoid sexual relationship till a certain age. This is because when we have sexual relationship at a very young age, we may start to get attracted to that sensual pleasure and get distracted from our studies. It could have consequences that we may become parents, which means our dharma changes, our stage of life changes, and we are no more a student, we become a householder. And therefore, our duty first is to take care of our child, and therefore we deviate from our studies, which puts us in a disadvantageous position later on in life, because education is very fundamental. So there are different qualities of Brahmacharya that is also presented dependent on our stage of life. But what is important in all of these stages is that these kind of experiences are coming from the heart, not our reproductive organs only. And that is what we have to remember, my friends, because Brahmacharya must leave us with an expansive feeling, not a feeling of contraction. So please, my dear friends, reflect on this in your own sexual journeys and find out what is truthful and respectful to you, what is expansive for you, and practice that with grace and respect. Namaste, my dear friends.